While all the craziness is going on at CPAC, we don't want you to think that the people outside of CPAC are taking a break from saying crazy things. So we have Rush Limbaugh for you. He's been doing some research apparently into totalitarian governments.
Sure.
And he knows what unites them. The one thread that goes through Pol Pot and and Russia and Germany, it's national health care. That's his theory.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's watch.
Not gas chambers. No.
For Obama, it's about the government running it. Once the government has control over your health care, they control every aspect of your life. And as important as health care is to everybody, if the government says you got to do A, B, and C in order to get health care, you'll do it. You'll be too scared not to. Health care has always been, nationalized health care has always been one of the first objectives of any of the famous totalitarian regimes. Hitler, National Socialism, first thing he did, nationwide health care. The socialists in the UK, nationwide health care. You get that and you control everything about how people live.
Yeah.
It is so unfortunate that the official name of Nazism is National Socialism. They love it. They love that because they're like Hitler, healthcare. The socialists in the UK, basically the same guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how he compares the UK today to Nazis. Right? Now, of course, as usual, he's totally wrong on the facts. The Nazis did not bring in nationalized health care to Germany. They already had nationalized health care, actually since the 1800s.
Is that right?
It or not.
Between 30 and 40 years before the Nazis.
Yeah,
Bismarck
I was going to say that.
Brought in nationalized health care. And then there was a person who wrote about this that made a great point. You know, Hitler didn't need nationalized health care to kill people. Yeah. He had concentration camps. Okay, it's not like he was shy about it. It's not like he was like, oh, I got a great ruse. We'll start with Medicare. It was like, no, we'll start with putting them on trains, bringing them to concentration camps, and then killing them all.
I wish Rush, Rush has no one to challenge him. I don't even know, so I go back and forth on whether there's even value in bringing this up. Whether showing Rush saying stuff like this. It's so crazy. And you want someone to be like, Rush, you're saying that the biggest priority of the Nazis was national health care. You're making this up. And by the way, here's who didn't provide national health care to its citizens. The biggest communist state the world has ever seen just had people dying of starvation throughout their entire run of communism.
Yeah, and that was actually the greatest crime of Stalin, that he let all those people die.
Yeah, so it's just, but you want somebody to challenge him, and then he just, it's nuts. I like it when he starts talking about history, though. It's always good.
Yeah, but I also love that. Let's say that was something that happened back in the 40s. They point out in the article that we've got, Germany still has national health care. They're not killing people.
What happened there?
Many countries. You don't need to go back to the 40s for some sort of history lesson of what it's like to live in a country that has socialized health care. We've got the countries now, and we know what it's like. It's superior to the U.S.
And in results, they have better health care. They have better results. They live longer, and the list goes on.
And in what part of their argument, by the way, do they get, other than just saying it, that Obama wants the government to run health care? I don't even know.
By the way, that's not even remotely true.
It's not even remotely true.
We didn't even get to that part because we're so used to that lie. But one last thing. The Nazis, they made the trains run on time. So that's why trains are what caused genocides.
That's right.
So the first thing we need to do is get rid of all the trains in the country.
Well, no. First, just go to the train station, check. If it's not a few minutes late, get the hell out of the country because there's danger coming.